Wait, I want you to click whatever you want to click.
Oh.
It's still on.
Wait, I don't know. I'm like, which one should we...
Oh, which one should we do?
We have laughter.
Welcome back to the See You Next Thursday. Oh, that was so short. Podcast.
All right.
Rough start. It's the morning time.
Yeah, your favorite time of the
My
day.
favorite time of the day. So if I'm a little low key, just like ignore that.
Well, like we low-key didn't have much to work with this week because of
because of the movie we saw.
Unfortunately. But how is we're recording on a Wednesday, by the way. We normally record on the weekend, so like it's a little
diff.
How was your, I guess, weekend?
I had the latest weekend of my life, bro. This was so good.
I'm happy for you.
Can I spill?
Yeah. Duh.
Okay. Saturday night, I went to a John Bellion concert. Oh, there we go. That is my man. That is my husband. I've been a fan of his for, I want to say, about 8 years. So it was really, really lovely to see that man in concert. And then I immediately hopped on that Amtrak and visited some of my internet friends.
Woohoo!
Oh, I was, okay. No worries, guys.
No more claps.
Worries.
No more claps.
It's okay. And that was so much fun. Shout out those girlies. You know who you are. I know you guys watch. And yeah, now we're here filming the pod, which is always what I look forward to every week.
Duh.
So it's been an incredible past few days. How about you, Sarah Bear? How's your week?
I just finished 2 books in this past weekend.
Oh my god, you're a reader.
I have too many interests, I think.
No?
No,
like
I do.
what?
I also watched 3 movies this weekend.
3 more than I did.
Well, like, I don't know. I feel like I just can't choose something to hyperfixate on, so I just have to hyperfixate on everything. And, like, I also should be taking dance classes. I also should be practicing my voice, but, like...
Okay, well, there's only so many hours in the day. Like,
I wanted to indulge in some reading.
No.
I knew I was going to finish the book that I started, or I guess I started it, like, 2 weeks ago, but I had to put it down for a week because it was about, like, a trio of friends, and, like, I can't do that. All of my like friendships are normally like trios of people, so that like that's a little too close to home for me.
it was triggering.
Like it wasn't triggering, but it was low-key about like friends growing apart, and so that makes me like really sad.
That is sad.
Like I was more sad about the friends growing apart than the love interest growing apart.
Of course,
because I was like,
friendship breakups literally are the worst thing in the world. So
literally. And then, oh my god, I read a book that was like coded for me. Like the writer didn't have me specifically in mind, but like
I think they did.
Well, the writer's Kennedy Ryan. It's the book Real. I highly recommend it. It's about a theater actor and a film director and their relationship.
Whoa.
It's so coded for me.
It really
like,
is.
Talking about theater and then talking about film and then love, and then it was also like the movie was about a jazz singer.
Ooh.
So like so much of it I was like, oh my god, like she must have known like I was the audience for this.
No, you were the direct specific intended audience for this book. You really were. What?
You just crashed out. You're the
Not too much, Sarah. It's 11 a.m.
Okay, off to a good start. But this book is really smutty though, so like
Ooh.
it's really smutty. I haven't read a really smutty book like this in a minute.
I know you were on the train with your AirPods and like, ooh.
Well, I had to like, sometimes I was like, that's enough for today. I had to like stop, or like I was going to work and it got to like a really smutty scene and I was like, I can't do this before work, so I had to turn on well, I'm also obsessed with 2 albums that just came out as well, Coen Gray and I don't know how to say her name, Laufey,
Yeah, it's something like that.
Whatever, however you say her name. I had to turn on one of their albums because I was like, not too much before work. But just I really highly recommend that book. I went to the library and picked out 2 new little romance books though, so highly excited to start those. Probably finish those in one day
No,
because
literally.
I can't be normal about things. I can't read things slowly. I can't watch things slowly. Hence why I don't watch TV. So.
Well, yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy for you.
Thank
I
you.
need to get back in my book reading era, but like everything I read is really depressing. So like it's hard sometimes.
Well, you read
Nonfiction.
Yeah.
Political nonfiction and theory. Like it's just like what I attracted to. But I got a new book when I visited my friends. We went to a very nice spot and I got a little book on Palestine. I just don't know if that's censored. That needs to get censored. But
Free Palestine, by the way.
Free Palestine. I got a book on Palestine, so I'm gonna be locking into that. I left my AirPods at my friend's house, so I did Raw Dog, a 3.5-hour train ride. I read my book. I took a little nap. So that was my Tuesday evening.
Love
it. Yeah.
I went back to work this week too, like in person.
How's that been? Anyways.
Anywho,
so the movie we're talking about this week is
Honey Don't, guys. Honey Don't, go see this movie.
Oh my.
Okay, we actually didn't break our technical difficulty streak.
I mean, like, no, we didn't break our technical difficulty streak, guys. No, we didn't.
We got everything.
Wait, I just want to mention our shirts real quick. I'm wearing my queer shirt. Sarah's wearing her Directed by Luca. Who got you that shirt?
I got it as a gift on Christmas last year from someone in this room.
Oh.
There's only one person in this room, too.
Yeah, when I bought her that shirt, I was like, wait, I'm about to steal that all the time.
Well, you got to get a matching one for Niv.
I need a matching one. I don't know if y'all saw, but Julia Roberts wore a sweater of Luca Guadagnino's face, and I need that.
Expeditiously.
I need that like for Niv right now.
I need them to sell it at Niv.
Imagine. You know how like festivals, they'll sell festival merch and then individual merch for all the musical artists?
Yes.
At NIF. They should sell NIF merch and then Luca merch. Who else is showing?
Bradley Cooper
Like they should
merch.
They should do individual like director merch.
That'd be so
more
lit.
Directors need to make more merch.
Well, like I think about like drag queens, and like drag queens, they make merch, and like
of course
they do, and like festival artists, they make merch, but like no, I mean like Sofia Coppola wears like a certain brand of like Chanel shirts, and like that's not really merch.
No,
like,
I'm not buying Chanel. Also, like I'm done browsing the A24 store. I want straight up Martin Scorsese like his merch,
with a tag
certified by Marty himself. Like that's what I need.
A tag inside that's like Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's an IP probably, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we can redo it. We're talking about Honey Don't. And don't go see this movie.
Wait, was that the right one?
Doesn't matter.
Honey, don't go see this movie. There we go. I'm sure you guys are loving the soundboard as much as we are. Like,
I hope you are.
Also, shout out to our YouTube followers and fans. Just like massive shout out to y'all because High Slowest Pod is doing great. And like, I don't know why, because probably 2 people saw that. But
I love the YouTube squad so much. Like, no disrespect, but I freaking love YouTube squad. So
if you're listening on Spotify, we love you too, just like a little bit less. And then like also our Instagram is seeyounextthursdaypod and our TikTok is seeyounextthursdaypod. See You Next Thursday podcast on those streaming platforms. But yeah, I'm just like so happy with how this is coming along, and just like we love you guys. So keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing, like all that stuff.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. But Honey Don't. So we saw this movie together.
Yes.
We both have no history with the Coen brothers.
None before this weekend.
And then you kind of like locked into, you did a lot of research.
I just wanted to like make sure that I had a little bit of history with it, just so I can like say that I'm not like, I don't want to just comment on something blindly.
Of course.
Because I do think Driveway Dolls is like interconnected into this. And then I wanted to watch one of their good movies.
No, eat them up.
I watched No Country for Old Men because Yeah, I felt like that's the first thing on Letterboxd, so that's why I watched it, to be completely honest. I think I should have also watched Fargo, but
Okay, so I watched Fargo a couple years ago, maybe last year.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Fargo and I gave it 3.5 stars, which like all my Moody's gave it like 5, and like this was an instance of me being like, don't really get the hype. However, I think a rewatch could be due. I also watched Burn After Reading a couple years ago. Also gave that 3.5 stars. So kind of like my consensus. My consensus of like what I've seen from them is like just a little in the midsection, which is okay. But I haven't seen Burn After Reading, Inside Llewyn Davis. Oh wait, no, I haven't seen No Country for Old Men, Inside Llewyn Davis, whoa. Hail Caesar, A Serious Man. Like I haven't seen like a lot of their Oh Brother Art Thou. Oh my gosh. Oh Brother Art Thou. I haven't seen like a lot of their other popular work. Yeah.
Words are hard.
Words are really hard. Words are so hard.
Yeah, I literally have only seen No Country for Old Men, which is the Coen brothers, and then I've only seen Driveway Dolls and this. So like I have no prior history. I'm also kind of in the mid-range. Like I think it's so hard. I always preach like the movie and like the substance of the movie is what you should base your rating on, not like the research you do afterwards and like the history that comes with it, because like I did go on Reddit and read about like other people and like why they like this movie, basically, because again all my mutuals 4.5 5 stars, and like I'm like, am I like, did I miss something? That's how I feel.
That's how I felt about Fargo and Burn After Reading. I literally watched Burn After Reading because of a clip on Twitter that went viral that was so funny, and I was like, oh my god, I want to watch the whole movie, and it just like didn't eat as hard as I wanted it to.
That's like how I felt with like High and Low last week too. Like I keep seeing like people give these things like really high ratings, and I feel like maybe I'm missing something. But that, like, I did, obviously I went on Reddit and saw why people like this, and like a lot of the monologues talking about like life and death and like that, and I understood those things when I watched it, but like the actual substance of it, like, it's a cool movie.
I also think that the lovely thing about art and movies is that like it's all subjective, so like we're allowed to give like 2 stars to a 5-star movie, but also like some things come with time and perspective. Like maybe like in 10 years we'll watch one of these movies and be like, wait, that was actually goated. And I think that's beautiful, because some people hate rewatching things, and I love rewatching things. I love it so much, just because like I either get transported back to the time I first watched it, or I find something new in later rewatches, and it's just like I will always be a rewatcher to my core. So I think like it's not a bad thing, even though it feels bad when we don't like a 5-star movie, you know?
Yeah, and I also I think that like you said, like we had a teacher who said that like maybe you're just not ready for it, and like I love that. I apply that to art all the time. I'm like, maybe I'm just not ready for this. But also like I think it's okay that I don't have strong opinions about these things, because like I think other people have different life perspectives than me, mostly men. Most of the people I follow on Letterboxd are men, so I'm like, yeah, like they have a different standard for things. They have a different like look on this than like a woman watching this on her iPad while cooking dinner.
Oh my gosh.
So like that's where I'm at. I want to talk about though Ethan Coen's wife, Tricia Cooke.
Yeah, talk about it.
This bee is so interesting.
This bee.
This bee. So there's this girl.
Her name's Tricia.
She's so freaking interesting. I watched like I watched all of her, I believe, written movies and directed movies, because I watched all of her written movies for sure, not the directed ones. There's definitely like some really interesting things. I watched obviously Driveway Dolls and Honey Don't, but then I went back and looked at her short Don't Mess with Texas that came out in 2008, and like she's always done things about lesbians, which is freaking fantastic. However, the light she portrays I'm gonna say women in general don't always feel the most like, I'm trying to look for the word, it's not the word productive, but the most like forward thinking. It feels very like stereotypical, and like this is what people think of lesbians or just women in general. And like,
and she, I don't know, I'm asking, she identifies as a lesbian? Or maybe just queer.
She mentioned she's queer.
Yeah, she's for sure queer, which is great. Love that. Love, like, queer characters being written by queer people. But that doesn't mean it's always, like, good or loved by everyone. And I also saw Don't Worry, Darling when it... Drive Away Dolls. Not Don't Worry, Darling. Oh, my gosh. My words this morning. Drive Away Dolls. I saw Drive Away Dolls in theaters when it came out by myself, and I just remember being like, okay, like 3-star movie, like just classic 3 stars. It was pretty funny. I thought it was like pretty good, but it was just like not anything special. Honey Don't is like that, but like worse without a plot, in my perspective.
Honey Don't's just bad. Like, it's just bad to me.
Yeah.
I don't know like how to like it.
But it's crazy because I think the people who do like this movie are either massive Ethan Coen fans or lesbians who love Margaret Qualley and Aubrey Plaza. And I think that's like the people who are loving it. I don't know. I'm also seeing a lot of like some critics on Twitter being like, I loved it, and I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about, because like when the movie ended, we were astounded. Like, we were actually like glued to our seat, like did not know how to leave the movie theater because we were just so in shock of what we saw.
Literally nothing to say either. Like, I had normally I'm like, yeah, or I'm like, but I was just like, wait, it's done?
What was that? What
was that?
What was that? The Lord song.
Literally,
what was that?
Yeah, it like didn't do anything for me. I read an article by, I gotta pull up the source.
Yes, research.
From Collider by Mike Ryan. It was like an interview with Tricia, Cooke, and Ethan Coen talking about the movie. And they said they were really inspired by Humphrey Bogart for Margaret Qualley's character.
Well, she said Maddie Healy. And not too much on Maddie Healy. But
okay, great. That's so interesting, because what?
Wait, you didn't know that?
Those are two separate I feel like
Margaret Qualley was like, oh, I was really like acting like, what would Maddie Healy do?
And Ethan Coen being like, Humphrey Bogart. Right.
Also 2 men.
Humphrey Bogart being the Maddie Healy of his generation, for sure.
For sure.
Well, interesting you say that, because this is a quote straight from the article. Tricia Cooke says, she's kind of the straight man, but understanding the humor. That's what she says about her role in this movie.
Well, I could see where that's coming from in the way she like acts. Like, she's clearly like she hooks up with a lot of people and she kind of like discards them, and like she's just like a player. So I see where that comes in, of like, oh, like straight men are players, of course, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I have so many thoughts that are all interconnected. Like, I don't understand like the time place of the time, like where are we in time? I know we're in current day, but why does it feel like 50 years ago? And like, I don't know, like all of that. Why does she dress like that? Like, I'm confused by a lot of it. I just went on a tangent.
No, I feel the same way about Drive Away Dolls. I like feel like I'm like, why does Margaret Qualley look like she just stepped out of 2020 when we all were going back into our 90s era with like the scrunchies and things like that? This came out in 2024.
Yeah. Wait, Drive Away Dolls?
Yeah.
It was 2024 or 2023 or something, yeah.
Yeah, so like this came out recently, but why does Margaret Qualley look like she just stepped out in the 90s? But like this is supposed to be set in like recent times. That's what I'm the most confused about, I think, in both of these films, is like they want it to be something like playing on like it's a time period, but like it's modern. It's like a period piece, but it's set in modern day.
You can do that very effectively. Non-examples are coming to mind right now. But like, I feel like that could be done really fun. But it's so interesting. Like, she has like they all have like iPhones and stuff, but she has like one of those paper things on her desk to go through all of her contacts, and like the way they're like I don't know, like the city that they're in, just the way it looks dilapidated is like, it looks like it's from like the 70s or 80s or something, but I actually don't know what I'm saying right now. It's just like it's really upsetting to me, because I want to love it, I want to like it, I want to like support it, but it's just like so like discombobulated in so many instances. It makes me confused and angry.
I agree, and I think like they should have just leaned into that more than tried to make it like timely, because I think the more they leaned into it, the more I would have enjoyed that.
They mentioned COVID.
Yeah.
Like if they did if they did stuff like that and like didn't mention COVID, if like we didn't know what time period we were in, that'd be a lot more fun. But since you mentioned COVID, I know we're in present day, and now I'm confused by the weirdness of it all.
No, yeah. That's also kind of how I felt. Like, when they mentioned COVID, we both were like, or I think we were, but I was like, what? Wait, this is modern? Because like Margaret Qualley dresses like she's from like the 60s or 70s, and like nobody looks like they're of the 2025, 2024, wherever time period. It feels like stuck in something, which like I'm like, maybe that's like their Humphrey Bogart, they're like the Long Goodbye, like 60s, like kind of stuck in that. Maybe that's the inspiration, but like if you're gonna do something like that, just lean into it, I think.
If you hear kids yelling, I think school just got let out or something.
At 11:42. I
don't know. I hear kids yelling right now. I don't know if anyone else can hear that. Just want to put that out there. No, yeah. So it takes place in Los Angeles or like just California?
Yes. Oh my god, wait. Oh, this takes place in Bakersfield, which Bakersfield is like not close to where I come from, but like a bit, it's kind of close to where I come from. Like I know I've been to I've driven through Bakersfield at least. And there's a Palmdale and Lancaster mention, which is crazy
so
to me.
Freaked.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
What do y'all know about?
What do y'all know about the never mind. What do y'all know about that though? That was interesting. But I automatically knew. I was like, oh, it's a California movie, like for sure.
Yeah.
But Bakersfield doesn't look like that.
No.
Bakersfield is still with 2025. So same with where I'm from, like we're still in 2025.
Yeah.
It's not like I live in a Western movie.
However, one part of this movie that I really did like was the opening credits. I thought the opening credits were really, really fun. The way they like went around the city and did like, they like had the names organically like on billboards or sides of the road or stuff like that. I thought that was really fun. And like when it was the costume designer, it was like a yard sale, and it was like stuff like that I was just like, okay, this is really cute. And then it went downhill. But yeah, I really tried to like get in it and like this movie, and I do think at one point in the movie I was like hooked. Like I was like, oh, what's gonna happen next? I was really like into the story, but they just drop off so many of the leads. Like they don't conclude a lot of the storylines, or they think they do by this one like final set piece at the end, and I'm like, I'm still confused about the church. Like
that was like where I was gonna get at too. Like the whole like Hector storyline, and then the church, I feel like the church just like disappears, but like the whole it's centered around this like missing woman, but like we never really get closure on everything, I feel like.
Yeah, no, that's why I was so stunned. I got no closure on anything other than Aubrey Plaza's character.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Okay.
And then like the daughter of her sister, I feel like there's like no closure about that. Like everything's just so random. And like it's, at first I was like, oh, maybe it's not in chronological order, but no, it was in chronological order, unfortunately.
I think you can do some really fun stuff like with religion and like making jokes out of religion and like creating fun, interesting like stories about like different types of religion. And obviously they were going for like, I don't know the exact denomination of his little church, but like I saw what jokes they were trying to make or like how they were trying to present this church. And I was like, just watch Righteous Gemstones. Like, it's so much better. They're doing the exact same thing but funnier. And so if you thought that what's his name, Chris Evans, if you thought that I'm such a good podcaster. If you thought the Chris Evans character and storyline was like pretty good, watch Righteous Gemstones, because like it's that times like a million and so much better. But I was really trying to get into it and like enjoy this part of the story, because I've always thought like religious themes in movies are super interesting. But yeah, we just don't get any sort of wrap up with the church, I don't think.
Unless like the French woman
is the closure. Did she
yeah.
Okay, so there is closure, I guess, but like I'm also like,
I want to see what happened after that.
I guess the church closed. Like, I don't know. Also, like, the end supposedly being, like, Margaret Qualley is trying to...
Yeah.
This French woman, like...
Okay, then what happened? Like, I was more interested
what happens after that? Yeah.
Because they would have had some great stories to tell, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It just all feels a little flat. Flat and, like, and not finished. And I feel like we're really dogging on this movie, but that's just kind of how we felt after. Like, the first thing Sarah said to me after the movie was over, she goes, "How are we going to podcast about this?" And I was like, I don't know, girl. There's nothing to talk about.
I just felt like there was no substance. Like, I didn't connect to anything. I kind of felt bored at times.
Yeah.
And, like, good segue right here. The most, like, interesting thing about this was, like, the sexuality of it. And, like... that could have been something, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I think like if we're getting into all that, I think lesbian representation on the big screen is a beautiful thing, and like we need more of it. My issue with, I just had like a lot of thoughts while watching this movie, and like, you know, we took film studies classes, so like I'm thinking about a lot of stuff when I'm watching movies. And when I was watching these sex scenes, I was just like, feels like it was directed by a man for the pleasure of men. And I know there are queer people on this set, and I know Tricia's like queer and she wrote it, and I know, but like Margaret Qualley is not a lesbian. Here's another thing. We like, obviously actors don't need to be the sexuality they're portraying. I'm not saying that at all, because I do think it's fine for straight people to play queer roles. We need more queer people in film immediately.
But let's balance that out.
Like, let's balance that out. Maybe give them some of the gay roles too. And they can also play straight people. I don't care. Like, I'm not one of those people who thinks lesbians need to be played by lesbians. But I do think that, like, just like the way these sex scenes were shot, I never felt like either represented or like empowered, or like a number of other words that like aren't coming to mind. But like, I always just felt like, ew, like that was a weird shot. Like, I don't know, I just didn't, it felt like I just didn't like how Ethan shot it, or whoever the DP, or I mean obviously it's the director's fault, but like, I don't know, that's my whole rant on that.
I don't think like afterwards I was saying like intentional sex in movies, like if that's even a thing, but like the more like research I feel like I did, or like the more like thinking I did about this, is like sex in movies doesn't have to be intentional. It just has to make you evoke it has to evoke a feeling, I feel like. Mm-hmm. And like also on a broader perspective, I feel like the portrayal of lesbians in these stories, and like maybe I'm misspeaking, I am a part of the queer community, but like I don't know, I could be misspeaking, but like her portrayal of lesbians is nothing but sexual. It's nothing deeper. I feel like both in Dry White Dolls and this, I feel like the lesbians in this movie only fantasize about sexual encounters and things, and like there's no actual like depth to who they are as humans, and a lot of them really lean into the stereotypical like what like honestly homophobic people think queer people and lesbians are. It's a lot of sex toys, like that's like the main butt of a lot of the jokes. Like one of the scenes in Honey Don't, like they wake up from the morning after of like having a hookup, and she's just like cleaning the sex toys in the sink, which is like a laugh, but it's also like, I don't know. It's like, oh, because we do have like, there are lesbians exist who are super sexual. There are lesbians who do act like straight men in a lot of ways. Like these are people who exist, but there is like
more depth to them, and I felt like we could have learned a lot more about these characters. This is like a 90-minute movie or something around that time frame. Like, so I love a quick, short, sweet movie, but like I felt like we could have learned a lot more about these characters and not just the massive amount of sex they have or don't have. Like, I don't know.
That's like the first thing we see, and that's like the thing we also end on is like Margaret Qualley trying to hit up this woman, and like maybe like old habits die hard, but like
Yeah.
there's no, like, I feel like there's no depth to this. And like, again, like the people who like this are probably really big Coen brothers fans, and like that audience is probably not women or queer people at that.
Yeah. No, I think that's true. I don't know. It's just something about like maybe unknowingly or knowingly like reinforcing stereotypes or just portraying lesbians or queer people in like not the best light. It doesn't, I don't know. Like, this movie, I don't think is going to lead to hate crimes on queer people. So, like, it's not that big of a deal. However,
Which there's so much controversy right now about Snoop Dogg and the Buzz Lightyear movie. Have you seen that?
I've just seen people being like, boy, you were in the L word. Like, that's all I've seen.
I keep seeing people be like, oh, he's genuinely afraid of straight people. Because, like, he uses the word, like he's like, I was scared. I just want to go to the movies and have a good time. And I'm like, bro is taking
Terrified.
the phobic and homophobic like to like the max. Like,
I'm a phobe. Like
he's fearing.
I'm a phobe.
He's afraid of the straight people. Or
I thought it was gay people.
Sorry, the gay people. He's afraid of gay people.
Yeah, I love that. That's really funny to me. Stay afraid, guys. Stay afraid.
Like, he's afraid. He's not not like grossed out by it. He's fearing for his life. So
yeah. I don't know. It's just, it's such an interesting, it's not like you have a duty or anything as a director or filmmaker to say these things like, this is how a good queer person should be, or this is how we should represent this community. But also, like, when the director and co-writer is not from this community, I'm a little like sussed out by like the way you're portraying them. And it was just a lot of like, I was saying before, a lot of like film theory came into my head just thinking of like the gaze of this movie. It felt very like male gazy, just like the shots of the sex that was being had, and like I don't know, it's hard. Also, like, normally we see the movie and then we film the podcast a couple days later. It's been like a week since we saw the movie, so it's hard for me to like recollect images that I'm thinking of. But I don't know, I just know the way I felt watching it, and it wasn't like, yeah, this is the type. I don't know.
Sex doesn't always have to be like an empowering thing in movies. It doesn't always have to like be intentional, like I was thinking before, because like I think about like Top Gun and like how like the sex in that movie is like more like a fade to black. I also was relating this back to like, I obviously doing a lot of reading, and like I just read a really smutty book, and then I read like a book that has like only a little bit of like smut in it, but like how those things are written also I feel like could portray to like films. And like, why is it just a fade to black in this? Why is this one going into detail? And like, normally there's not always a reason behind it, but like I feel like it just needs to make you feel something. And I feel like a lot of the sex in this just doesn't, it makes me feel really awkward. Like, I don't feel the way I normally feel.
You're
when
such
watching,
a prude,
like,
Sarah. Oh my god.
I know.
No, I'm just being all the hate comments. Oh my god, Sarah hates sex.
Probably. Even though like one of my favorite movies is Titan, that has a lot of sex.
Graphic car sex.
Graphic car sex, like, I don't care about seeing like bodies in movies as well either, but like I wrote down some movies that I have seen where a lot of them are adapted, so I'm like, why do I feel differently about this movie portraying sex than like these ones? I wrote down 50 Shades. I've seen all of them, unfortunately. Any one of like Luca Guadagnino's movies, like Call Me by Your Name, Queer.
He does sex really, really well,
and like beautifully, might I add. And
yeah.
like, I know Call Me by Your Name, I've read that book. That book is like pretty graphic, but in the movie's not even as graphic as y'all think. Like,
it's really not. Y'all should read the book.
Y'all should read that book. It's really good though. A lot of people are talking about The Beguiled by Sofia Coppola, and like, I don't think that movie's like incredibly sex heavy. I feel like that movie is more of a thriller, but like, whatever people are thinking. I thought of Poor Things, how like people were going crazy after
People
Poor
had
Things.
thoughts on Poor Things.
People had big feels.
Big thoughts. I was like, good movie.
I know. I was like
beautiful, stunning movie.
I feel like I didn't think much of it, and then people were going crazy, and I was like, oh, so y'all are prudes. Like, y'all are weird.
Nah, they just didn't. Not to get into it. They just didn't get it like we got it.
They didn't get it. I also thought about Nosferatu, Robert Eggers movie last year. You haven't seen that.
I haven't seen Nosferatu yet.
So Nosferatu, like,
but I know there's sex in it.
I wish it was more erotic, to be completely honest. I wish it was more erotic, because like when they leaned into like the eroticism of it, I was like, hell yeah, like I'm sat. But like I wrote down a couple other movies that like I have not seen, but like sex is like very heavily portrayed in them. Lolita, for example. Y tu mamá también.
I get that recommended all the time. I need to lock in that movie.
I tried to start it.
You did?
I tried to, but I was like, I'm not focused enough to watch.
I think I've been recommended that movie probably 20,000 times.
Since I started watching like movies as a cinephile, like that's the movie I always get recommended.
No, literally. Okay, keep going.
Belle de Jour. That's like a pretty famous one. Pleasure came out in 2023, potentially, maybe 2024. Pleasure was like a huge one. I hesitate to bring up Sean Baker because he does movies about sex work and not like sex directly. So like I hesitate to bring up anything about him.
Yeah,
because it's different in my opinion.
He also had some like controversy.
Always.
There was no intimacy coordinator in Honora, so
yeah.
But we'll get in. I'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. That's why I hesitate to bring up anything about him too, because like I feel like he's not like doing, I guess they are doing like full on sex scenes, but like the movie's whole like substance doesn't like rely on these things.
Well, like even if we talk about like the rom-com genre, like not like sex isn't the main focus of a lot of these movies, but like it is so integral and crucial to like the plot. Like I'm thinking about Friends with Benefits with Jason Sudeikis. Like there's a lot of sex in this movie, but it's like it leads to like a purpose, and like it's like I think it's really beautifully done because a lot of it's like really crazy and funny, and they're like, you know, going at it on the hardwood floors, and like I don't know, the movie is not about it, but it's also like it's such an integral part of it. So I think the rom-com genre has a lot of also like what we're talking about, where like it's done pretty beautifully. A lot of it's straight, a lot of it is like straight rom-com, straight sex, like yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what's hard about this is like I don't have as positive interactions about like queer sex in movies, so it's really hard for me to like speak on that. I can only think of Call Me by Your Name right now,
and queer
and queer, but like those were adapted, so like those were kind of already spelled out for the director, and like this is like an original work, so it wasn't like completely there wasn't like something that they could take and like be inspired by.
Red, White, and Royal Blue. Do you have thoughts on
oh
that
my
movie?
god oh my god good movie.
Great movie. Yeah.
Good movie.
Good movie. Yeah, I just looked up to see Tangerine has queer sex in it. I forgot about that. Anyways, yeah.
That's why I don't bring up Sean Baker.
No, literally. Like, I haven't seen Blue is the Warmest Color. I know that movie's problematic as it is. And then, like, Handmaiden I haven't seen Mulholland Drive yet. I know that has a beautiful lesbian scene in it. I just haven't seen it.
Portrait of a Lady.
But do they have, like, actual sex in that movie?
It's, like, from what I remember, it's, like, it feels more like Fade to Black.
Yeah, or, like, implied.
I watched Ammonite with Kate Winslet, and that's like pretty sexual. Passages that came out.
Bro, I wish I saw that.
Okay, Passages is being released at IFC Center this fall. We have to go see it.
Wait, it already came out?
Passages came out like in
2023. Yeah, because it was showing at Film at Link, and I was like, oh, I need to go up there and like go see it, and I never did because our friend Kai saw it and she loved it. She was like, Frank, you have to see this. It's being re-released at
They're
IFC.
re-showing it at IFC.
Nice.
I think we should lock in because that movie is like the definition of bisexual, like bisexual want and like desire, and that movie does have queer sex, but again with men, so like maybe I'm at a loss for this. But yeah, I don't know, we just named so many movies with like queer sex, and like those movies didn't make me feel the way this movie felt.
Yeah, I don't know. And so like I don't know, I got really into intimacy coordinating in college, and like it's been really fun learning how like they do simulated sex in like, and even just like intimate scenes and kiss scenes and stuff in movies and TV and theater, and I've just been learning a lot about that. And like I don't know, a lot of film stand twit is like either really for or against it. Like there was this whole joke last year around Honora about how they didn't have an intimacy coordinator, and then people were just like making memes about intimacy coordinators, and I'm like, I don't think you guys understand, this person is crucial on the set to make everyone feel safe. Like I was just saying, blue is the warmest color has controversy because like they literally like tortured those girls. Like they be like torturing people on set and making them do the same thing over and over again until they're like tired and like over it and like can't produce any more acting, and they're like, I don't know. So I think intimacy coordinators are very, very important people on set, and not that that has really anything to do with like the way the sex is portrayed on screen, because it's all up to the director, but I do think that like everything needs an intimacy coordinator nowadays, and they can help with like to make the scene feel more authentic or sensual. And I think maybe authentic's a good word, because I didn't feel like the sex in Honey Don't felt very authentic. It felt like I don't know if caricature is a right word, but it just felt like goofy. Like why is it the punchline? Like I don't know. I want to feel sensual when I'm watching a sensual scene, or I want to feel revolted when it's not a good sex scene. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it's a negative sex scene, I want to feel disgusted. If it's a positive sex scene, I want to feel sensual and like a part of it in some way. And like, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling either or any of those things. I was like, ugh. You said awkward. That's also another good way to describe it, or uncomfortable.
Something you said to me after when we were debriefing on the train home was that you never believed Margaret Qualley was a detective and B like a lesbian.
Okay, yeah, I did say that. And I think maybe it's because I know IRL she's not. Like maybe she's too seen, and I know her too well, and like I know she's married to Jack Antonoff, and I know et cetera, but like I should be able to suspend my disbelief in a movie theater and like know these actors outside of the movie but still believe their characters. Margaret Qualley, she's not a detective. Like I was like, you're just playing the part of a detective right now. I don't believe that you're like intrigued by these cases, or you really want to find out who did this, and like I don't know. And then I didn't really believe she was a lesbian. It just didn't give lesbian to me. Aubrey Plaza, she gave more lesbian to me.
For sure.
She definitely like played the yearning really well of like wanting to like date or do whatever with Margaret Qualley's character. And I also think maybe she's played more lesbians, Aubrey Plaza. I don't know, but then like in Drive Away Dolls, Margaret Qualley was also a lesbian. I don't know. It's just so interesting that Margaret Qualley has been in 2 of these movies so far, and maybe she'll be in the next one. But like, I'm just like, what is this trilogy? What are we doing here? You're just, they're literally like branding them as like B movies, and I'm like, well, if you know it's a B movie, then make an A movie. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, they said in the interview too, they want Margaret Qualley and Aubrey Plaza to run it back. So
okay, so this is a sequel. Like, I'm like, what? No one needs a sequel. I mean, I guess we do, because we were so confused by the end of it. But like, I'm being really mean right now. I'm just in my hater mode. I'm sorry.
Well, like, I'm not disagreeing.
No, I know you're not.
I don't know. A lot of people that I've watched this did not give it very nice reviews either. I agree. They're like branding these as B-list movies, which is so interesting to me.
So make an A movie.
So make an A movie.
Like, if you know you're making a B movie, make an A movie.
I also like, yeah, Margaret Qualley also in Drive Away Dolls. I don't believe her. And like they make her do like a goofy accent in both of these
Oh
movies.
my god, I remember the goofy accent in Drive Away Dolls. That was crazy.
Goofy. Like both of them. Okay. Oh my god. When she first started talking in Honey Don't, I was like, oh my god, is this the whole movie? And then I was like,
it is in fact the whole movie.
Same with Drive Away Dolls. When I was up on my iPad, I said, oh god, is this the whole movie? And indeed it was the whole movie. At least Drive Away Dolls had the decency to cast Pedro Pascal and Coleman Domingo.
Okay, the best part of Drive Away Dolls is Coleman Domingo.
Coleman Domingo was so good.
And Pedro Pascal's pretty good too, but he has like, what, 2 minutes of screen time?
He's like the opening, and then his head is in a box.
Yeah. But Coen Domingo is so good in that movie. Also, like, who play? I don't know her name. I'm so sorry. Whoever plays opposite of Margaret Qualley, she's lit. She's incredible, beautiful. The freaking accents they give her. And I remember when Drive Away Dolls came out, Margaret Qualley was like, "Yeah, I worked with like a voice coach and a dialect person, and they said this and like, and then people on Twitter were like, yeah, I'm from the South and I've heard people talk like this. Where?" What?
Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob?
Literally. Like, where have you heard this accent before? Because I've been around the United States. It's not very common. Like, I don't know.
Both of the accents in Honey Don't and this, like, pissed me off. Like, I was like, stop talking. I need you to stop.
Stop talking.
I need you to stop. And, like, I wanted to talk about the bar scene with Aubrey Plaza and Margaret Qualley when, like...
Yeah.
Like, what was that?
What was that? I don't know. I haven't, queer person here, but I haven't been to enough lesbian bars to know if that's like a common thing.
But that wasn't even a lesbian bar.
It wasn't. There were a bunch of men around, y'all. And maybe that's what got them off. But like,
God.
I don't know.
That's why like this movie confuses me so much.
I have no idea. I've actually like been thinking about it over this past like week because I knew we were filming like a lot later after we've seen the movie, but there's not much there to think about.
Like, and like it doesn't matter when we recorded this. I feel like we probably would have had the same
thoughts the day after. Yeah.
Because if the only things I can remember are these things, I don't think I would have remembered more. I'm definitely not going to go see this again to remember, to be completely honest. Like,
no, I remember thinking the same thing about Drive Away Dolls. I was like, I'm never going to watch this again, and that's okay. Honey, literally don't think I'm ever going to watch it again. Like, it's really, and it's upsetting because we do need more representation of queer women and lesbians specifically in media, but like, and I know the whole joke is like, gay people can have bad movies too. Yeah, true. That's
clearly
Red, White, and Royal Blue. Like,
give me that. Like, I want more of that bad movie. Like,
I think they're doing a sequel. I'm
like,
excited for that.
I want that. Like, bold. Like, I low-key enjoy that. Like,
give me the bull, not like you tried hard and it looks bad.
Like, this isn't even a bad B-list movie. It's just bad movie. That's like the thing. And, like, at least Red, White, and Royal Blue like can admit it's just bad. Like, it's like, oh yeah, like it's a corny romance.
And that
movie.
book, that book is fire.
That book fire.
That book fire.
That
like,
book fire. Like,
read Red, White, and Royal Blue. Yeah, damn.
I know I read a lot of like straight romance books, but like, it's definitely interesting, again, like portraying this back to movies, how those things are handled, how like straight sex and queer sex are like, I feel like on a completely opposite plane from one another when like it's just like desire. It's all human desire in the end. But yeah, like again with Honey Don't, like I don't think I'll be thinking about this or revisiting this anytime soon.
Yeah. I will say a good funny punchline that I laughed at every time was Charlie Day's character trying to sleep with Margaret Qualley. That was pretty funny. Every time he was like, why don't we go get dinner? And she's like, I'm a lesbian. And he was like, you always say that.
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought that was pretty funny because I feel like that is like a common experience that queer women have where it's like, yeah, I'm not into men. And they're like, just one chance. It's like, no.
That was funny.
And then like I do remember liking some of like the shots. I know they do a lot of like up angle shots of the sky and stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's fun filmmaking at some points, but it's just overclouded by like it's clouded and by
the substance.
The way I feel about like the plot or lack thereof.
Yeah, heavy on that.
Yeah. We didn't put the timer on the TV, so we don't know how long we've been recording.
This probably is gonna be shorter though. I'm thinking
That's okay.
It's hard though because like it wasn't much this weekend to watch.
Yeah.
And like also like you were away, which is completely fine. Like you don't have to be here all the time.
Sorry guys, I went on vacation.
So like I wish we could talk about more. And like we don't really have an existing relationship with the Coen brothers. Kind of like we had more to talk about with Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Than we did them.
Do you have any other thoughts on No Country for Old Men?
Javier Bardem is lit in that movie.
Lit as.
Yeah.
Lit.
He has a crazy haircut though. And everyone like all of the Letterboxd reviews are about just that crazy haircut. Like it's like a bowl cut.
Ah!
I didn't even recognize him at first. I was like, wait, I know this actor. Who is this? I always say like, oh, it's that guy.
Oh, that guy.
I'm always like, oh my God, it's that guy in like every movie. But then I was like, oh yeah, Javier Bardem. And I was like, oh, he looks cray.
He looks cray.
Yeah.
But we are seeing Caught Stealing literally in 2 days. So I think that pod will be really fun because we're both like Austin Butler fans.
This movie just looks sexy. Like, I'm excited. Ooh, I'm like kind of like giggling, thinking about Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz. Like, yeah, I need that.
Need that.
I
low-key like don't really know what the movie is about. I think that's a good way to go into it. I'm not like I watched the trailer, but even the trailer doesn't have much of like he's like on the run from something.
The trailer is so funny. I saw Superman for a third time because my boyfriend wanted to see it.
Did you really?
Yes.
Like this weekend?
This weekend.
Oh my God, how was it? Do you feel any differently?
Literally, why do y'all like this movie so much? I will say I definitely was like,
Sarah has no joy and whimsy in her heart. Wait, keep going.
No, that's not it, bro. God. Anyway, I'm not gonna say anymore.
Wow, I'm just so surprised you don't like Superman. Like that's really astounding to me. But you're allowed to, obviously.
It just doesn't do it for me. It really does not do it for me.
But you think David Cornsweet's hot?
Definitely.
Okay, just wanted to confirm on that front.
Definitely.
Okay.
I don't really like that movie. The more I watch it, the more I'm like,
well, it's because you keep watching it. You need to stop watching it.
Well, there are so many other options, and I was like,
that's why if I kept watching Fantastic Four, I'd want to off myself.
Yeah, I definitely think more of that. If I saw that one more time, I think that's enough. Yeah. That's all I need to see of it. But my boyfriend saw the Caught Stealing trailer and he said, oh, they got all the boroughs, which is like the Hebrews and like the Hispanic people, and like
they got all the boroughs.
I was like, got it. That's what he said, because there's like,
well, wait, the log line on Letterboxd is literally something like that.
Yeah. And like I think it was funny that like this was his first time watching the trailer and that's what he said. Like, oh,
y'all hear that music? The log line is 2 Russians, 2 Jews, and a Puerto Rican walk into a bar.
That's what I think that's what they said. It was something about like the Russians. I don't know what they said.
Oh, this takes place in 1990s New York City. See, lit. That's lit. I'm excited for this.
There we go.
I like all these people. Matt Smith looks crazy in this movie.
Matt Smith looks. Who watched Doctor Who?
No, literally.
Which one of y'all watch Doctor Who?
No, literally.
Yeah, this movie is so interesting. But
wait, do you want to know something funny? I was just about to lie. I was gonna say this is my first Darren Aronofsky movie, but I did see Mother.
Girl, this is not your first Darren Aronofsky movie.
But I've only seen one other. I've only seen Mother.
It's funny that
I've never seen Black Swan. Was not gonna watch The Whale. You can't make me watch that garbage. And I've never seen like Requiem for a Dream or anything.
Oh, The Whale is really bad.
You watched it?
I don't like The Whale. It made me.
It made me.
That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Sadie Sink, love you, girl, but let's get you in a good movie next time.
It's funny though that Black Swan is re-releasing for its 20th.
A bunch of my friends saw it. I got a bunch of texts being like, "Are you seeing Black Swan?" And I was like, "No."
Low-key, I didn't really want to sit through it.
Have you seen Black Swan before?
Yeah,
I've never
seen it a lot actually.
I've never seen Black Swan, and there's a part of me where like it's hard for me to watch stuff related to dance.
Yes.
as even like Dance Moms when I was a child, it was hard for me to watch that because like y'all are better than me and I can't stand to watch it. But like movies about dance, and I'm not talking about like the golden age movie musicals, like that's a whole different story, but like movies specifically about dance and the experience of being a dancer, I don't know if I'd enjoy Black Swan, but I definitely should get around to it eventually. I know what an iconic movie it is, you know?
Well, that's like exactly how I feel about it, is like as a dancer, this is hard for me to watch because like
I live this.
That like, yeah, and like I like Mila Kunis and I like Natalie Portman, but I'm also like, they're not dancers. So like they really don't get it.
No, they don't.
They really don't get, like, they're like literally blood, sweat, and tears going into this. And like the things that are depicted aren't like always true, but like sometimes I'm like, you didn't live that though. Like you were not there for the trauma that is instilled in me and like the relationship with my body. Like you'll never know what that's like.
Like maybe they went through it in another way with like acting, but like nah. Oh, fun fact about Margaret Qualley, she was like a dancer.
Yeah.
Like, so I
Heavy.
think that's really interesting. She did the whole dance sequence at the Oscars for Bond.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
It was kind of lit, actually.
It was like pretty good, but I was like, why are we doing this for
like,
Bond? Like,
why did that happen though?
No, like, why did that even occur in the first place?
Yeah.
Anyways,
we're seeing Caught Stealing. Love Brooklyn also comes out. That was at Sundance. I really want to see.
I know
that
we
movie.
have to. I want to see it too, so we should try to make time and see
Definitely.
it.
And then there's a screening of Black Klansman at BAM.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I haven't seen it, so I'm really hyped for that. So sounds like a lot of movie watching this weekend, and maybe not as much reading, but potentially.
Wait, do you work on Sunday?
I don't.
We should do Black Klansman and then Love Brooklyn right after. Double feature. That would be really fun.
I'm sat for that.
Okay, period.
All right, it's planned.
Anything else like movie news that happened this week? I'm trying to think.
This is so off topic.
No, speak on it.
If John M. Chu was smart, he'd be boosting Ariana Grande's visibility in Wicked. He should lead with her because I have a feeling.
Not Cynthia?
She has a better shot
at getting Best Supporting?
Yeah.
I think that's true, but I also don't think either of them are going to win, nor should they win. That's
you don't think so?
No, just with I haven't seen a large chunk of the movies that are coming out in the last quarter of the year, but I just don't think Wicked Part 2 or For Good or whatever is gonna be up there with the rest of the leading and supporting women that we're gonna see in movies. But who knows? Like, if Ariana Grande wins an Oscar, that would be insane.
I low-key feel like she is. That might be crazy to say. I haven't seen anything, so I don't know. But like right now, I feel like has a really great shot at it. And like, I love Cynthia Erivo, and like it'd be really epic if she won.
Of course.
I don't think Wicked is competitive enough to win those things.
I think if they're gonna give awards, it's gonna be For Good. Did Wicked Part 1 win anything?
Got costume in production, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll allow that. Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, that's all right with me.
That's all that I would have allowed last year though, because even seeing Wicked against everything else was so goofy. Like,
I don't know. A new Begonia poster came out.
Oh shoot!
And a lot of people are saying,
you're so right. I did see that.
A lot of people are saying, do not count out Emma Stone for the Oscars this year.
Shoot, I did see that.
Yeah, the new poster.
Yeah, it looks really epic.
She would be in leading though.
You think so?
Yeah, she's first on the call sheet.
Well,
Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, they're like co-leading, but there's no other woman until Alicia Silverstone. I don't know who she's playing. I'm trying to think. Julia Garner and After the Hunt, she'd be leading. Io Debris could be supporting. Imagine Io Oscar.
I just got chills. I just got chills thinking about that.
Io Oscar would actually change the world.
Like, I also could be lying because of Sinners too. You think any of the women in Sinners are gonna get nominated?
I would love if the women in Sinners got nominated.
Oh,
not
please.
not Haley. I don't actually.
Oh shoot, not her.
I don't gaff about her like at all. But
shoot, she might. Oh God, that made me angry just now.
we got really excited for Io, then really angry about Haley.
I also thought about.
You're right. I totally forgot Sinners. Like they are totally eligible and should win a bunch of awards at the Oscars.
The Bruce Springsteen biopic too. I'm wondering
who's the woman in that. Who's the woman in that?
Unfortunately, we have to ask those questions though, because they're not like top billed or.
Oh, it's Odessa Young. She plays Faye.
Okay.
And then Gabby Hoffman.
Maybe
Adele Springsteen. Literally 2 women in this lineup.
Sounds like
2 women in this letterbox lineup.
Sounds like Bob Dylan, Monica Barbero, and Elle Fanning.
Yes. Wait, is there a woman in Frankenstein? That's
Mia
Goth. Oh, that's probably not going to get a lot of, unless Netflix really pushes it, but I don't know. Sentimental Value, you think your woman's going to get a nom?
Oh, I hope Renate does so badly. And
Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning would probably be in supporting.
So maybe I lied, but I do think like right now, how it's looking, Ariana has the most like
juice
built up. Like this has been going on for a year. So like, that's why I wanted to mention it. I honestly think it would be smarter to lead with her though.
Wait, guys, I forgot about Die My Love. Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson, Lakeith Stanfield.
That's lethal.
That's lethal. This movie's gonna kill me.
That's like quite lethal. Oh God, I'm gonna have to see that like 3 times so I can like focus.
I'm gonna have to see that 1 billion times. I'm sat in the theater and you can't make me get up.
About 1 billion times.
About 1 billion. Oh, I do want to say something else. So I feel like I've been seeing the Him trailer for about a year at this point. The Him teaser.
It's all over New York City too.
The ads?
Yeah, I've been seeing a ton.
I have yet to notice, but I will keep my eye out.
You'll see them.
So I feel like I've been seeing the teaser for like a year. For Honey Don't, I feel like I finally saw the full trailer. Or maybe I just haven't been locked into the Him trailer until Honey Don't. I'm officially hyped for him.
I thought you were gonna say you're not hyped for it.
No, I'm officially hyped for him because I've been seeing this teaser for like a year and I'm like, okay, movie about football, like I don't really gaff. But the full trailer, it has like alludes to the devil and alludes to like the concussion like brain thing that they like. I'm now like really, really intrigued by this story if it does go this like thriller dark route, and obviously we always knew it was going to because it's Jordan Peele producing, but
editing looks so lit. Editing looks insane.
The editing of the trailer itself was incredibly lit, so I'm officially hyped for him, and I just never was until I saw the full trailer in a theater.
I'll stand behind Jordan Peele no matter what, low-key.
Shout out Justin Tipping, because your name is like this big and Jordan Peele's is like this big.
I just said Jordan. Oh, it's Jordan Peele, of course I'm support.
Oh wait, I didn't mean to like cut you off on that,
no,
but
that's so funny because you were like, by the way,
shout out Justin Tipping. Okay,
love that man. I also I love stories about like how far would you go for like what you love, because I think about that with dance so much. So
I think it is going to be called because it says terror strikes when a promising young football player gets invited to train at a team's isolated compound. Why is that kind of giving opus?
But I'm hoping they lean more into it.
Yeah. Have you heard about this movie, Plainclothes?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, I'm very excited for it. It has Tom Blythe and Russell Tovey, and it's about this undercover an undercover police officer receives an assignment to lure and arrest gay men. However, he's surprised to discover a scintillating connection with one of his targets. As their secret connection deepens and internal pressure to deliver arrest intensifies, he finds himself torn between desire and duty. That sounds so good and so interesting to me, so I added that to my
I'm sitting there.
Want to watch
list. I'm sitting there.
I'm just really hyped for the fall festival and release of all these awards movies. It's always the best time of year. So,
and New York Film Festival is actually around the corner, which is so exciting. I don't know if I'm ready. Financially, I don't know if I'm ready.
Don't even start.
But that's why
financially, I don't know if I'm ready is really true.
That's why I'm we just got to get through the slop era.
Yeah, I think we did.
The era has been so long though this year. I feel like I haven't had good food.
I'm really ready for my 2025 ranked to have some meat in it.
Yeah.
It really is just not stacked with like good things at all.
And I miss Sinners.
I
think about Sinners so
come
much.
back to us.
I've been replaying the soundtrack lately, and I'm like, I just miss it. I miss that era. I think they're gonna re-release it. I hope they do.
Do you think for Halloween?
I hope so. I really miss watching it. I can just watch it on HBO Max.
No, you
but
could.
I don't want to like
I want to
outdo
see it on the big screen.
Oh, I really miss it. Like, I think about Ryan Coogler a lot, especially with the book I was reading. I was thinking about Ryan Coogler as a director, and like,
someone posted on Twitter, are there any hot directors? And I commented Ryan Coogler. Because, like, yeah. Because, like, have you seen that man?
Have you seen him?
Well.
And with that.
Wait, what other sounds we got on here? I hope you enjoyed the pod.
Yes. Thank you for watching.
Follow all the things.
Yes. And yeah, hope you're excited for next week and what's to come for this fall.
Comment what you thought about Honey Don't if you saw it. And also let us know what you're looking forward to in the fall and winter.
And any suggestions, always.
Yep. Bye.